Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today, marking the unofficial start of Memorial Day weekend. Millions of people expected to travel during this holiday.
Here we go. AAA projecting this year will be a record-breaking in all metrics. Let's do it for Jamal James speaks with AAA on what you can expect over the weekend. He's live now. Grant you with the details on that. Jamal.
Bill and Cammie, whether it be by car, plane, or any other form of transportation, you can expect to see millions of people traveling from around the nation and here in Wisconsin over the Memorial Day weekend. If you plan to hit the road, expect to see a lot of people, with 750,000 drivers being from Wisconsin, roughly 3% increase from last year. That's because driving is reportedly the most preferred way to travel, with nearly 90% of travelers from around the country committing to a road trip of 50 miles or more. One thing to be aware of before hitting the road is construction happening on Interstate 41 and Highway 441. With so many people on the road, a representative with AAA shares how you can be safe on the road.
You're still going to have possibly uneven lanes or narrower lanes, unusual configurations, even if the workers aren't there. To follow those reduced speed limits through those zones. Just drive with some extra caution through those zones because of that.
The busiest time for travel is projected to be anywhere in the afternoon from now till Sunday, with the best time being any time before that. Coming up at 5, hear what you need to know about gas prices before hitting the road. In Grand Chute, Jamal James, Action 2 News.